Good morning. Welcome to Doug's Outdoors Adventures. Today we're going to be hiking the White Rock Mountain Loop at Red Rock Conservation Area. So actually it's a little windy today, and it's supposed to be windy big time later, so hopefully it doesn't affect the audio quality. But we're gonna keep going anyway. But first off, I noticed something on last week's video when we were on the Pine Creek Trail. I made reference to it as Paint Creek a couple of times. I didn't catch it till after editing, but I just wanted to clarify that. And then I wanted to say Happy Mother's Day to my mom, and also all the wonderful moms out there. Wish them a happy Mother's Day as well. But let's go hiking. So today's hike is a six and a half mile hike, 1,100 feet elevation gain, and we're gonna be going around White Rock Mountain, which is this mountain right here. This trail is located at the north end of the park, and it borders the Rainbow Wilderness area and the La Madre Wilderness area. But the first part of this hike is this road right here. This road is Rocky Gap Road. If you take it, it'll take you all the way to Lovell Canyon. But I know it don't look bad now, but you need a 4x4 with good clearance to navigate this road right here. But I'll be back once we hit the trail. The first 3/4 miles is this road, which is probably the most boring part, but really not boring, just not as good as the rest. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. So the first part of this, the first 3 miles of this trail is all uphill. It doesn't look like much, but it feels like climbing stairs, kind of. But I'm going clockwise on the loop, so the second half should be all downhill from there. They classify this trail as a strenuous one, but nothing like last week. I don't believe there's any boulder scrambling or anything of that nature. It's just the distance and the uphill that probably classify this as strenuous. But really, it ain't too bad. Okay, see you in a few. So here, let me just give you the 360 of where I'm at as I just started. Like I say, this is to my right, White Rock Mountain, which we're hiking around. And, a nice little forest back here. And to my left, you got La Madre Mountains. But I believe they call this area, which is at the very north end of Red Rock, the Hidden Forest, which I can see why. Different terrain over here than other places, including different type cactuses. Over here, you got these beaver tail cactuses. And so far, that's the only type cactus I've seen out here. But this trail that I'm on right now is a shared trail behind the La Madre Trail and the White Rock Mountain Loop. And pretty soon, we'll be veering off on the White Rock Mountain Loop Trail. A lot of these trails out here, there might be a part that shares 2, 3, maybe even 4 trails for parts of it, but as you see, this is a very easy traveling trail, you know, which most are at Red Rock. But I kind of like to get off the beaten path like we did last week. But there's some people up there. But I'll be back when we veer off this trail. All right, see ya. Okay, we come up to the fork in the road, or trail, if you will. Okay, here's where we continue on the White Rock Loop. Let's go. Yeah, today we're just gonna keep on this, I want to call them groom trails, but to be honest with you, I actually like getting up and stuff like that. That's not really a trail, and kind of making my own. But this is just a 6-mile one. I think it gets a little more rustic, if you will, than say this. But this is just a nice forest right here, beautiful landscape. It's like a lot of pines and a lot of these beaver tail cactuses, you know. And everyone likes a nice beaver tail, you know. All right, let's keep going. But yeah, it's nice, beautiful, just as every other trail in this park. So it looks like something was munching on this one. Man, I'd sure hate to see how his mouth feels. But anyway, these beaver tail cactuses, you see them in the grocery store, of course without the thorns. So I'm kind of curious how they taste. I never, probably like aloe, I would think. But you see them in the Mexican markets. But I'll have to try them and let you know. But I know they don't eat them with them thorns on there. But moving on. The elevation, by the way, is still up, but not as bad as over there. I was winded the first half-mile in. Now I'm kind of caught my breath a little. All right, see you in a bit. Now we're more like where the trail's a trail. That other part way back in the beginning, that road in a wide trail, like a wheelchair could probably roll down that. I like these trails like this, and especially when they got shade in them. But yeah, I try to get done with this hike before it hits that 90 degrees. But here, probably in another month, we're gonna be in upper 90s and triple digits. Well, I'll end up probably then start taking everyone out to the Mount Charleston area, Lovell Canyon area. We'll probably still attempt some of these hot ones here. But usually in Mount Charleston, it's like 20 degrees cooler than Vegas. That's good for summer. Heck, right now, they still got snow on the peak of Charleston. But during Memorial Day week, I plan on spending some time up there. It's a beautiful country. Hard to believe it's an hour from Vegas. But yeah, this is still climbing upward. All right, carrying on. So yeah, still in this hidden forest, which is on the north end of White Rock Mountain. But I don't think, I think this forest is just on this side of the mountain. Once you get back on the south side of the mountain, it looks more like what people would think Red Rock is like. But there's so many different areas of Red Rock, different like ecosystems. But it looks like a wash down there, which sometimes those are fun to hike. You just don't want to do it when it's threatening rain. There's flash flood areas, you know. But just thought I'd give you a glimpse of that. I could feel it getting warmer, but not too bad yet. It's just, I can't tell you enough how nice it is out here. But hey, if you go to a website, redrockcanyon.org, you can see all the different hikes they have out there and show you the topography and all that kind of thing, and difficulty levels. This here is a great one. I'd put this up on top of the list. But yeah, the hidden forest. All right, I'll see you in a few. Well, I just saw my first lizard of the day, but he was so darn quick, scurried across the trail, and I didn't have time to get a shot of him. Let's see. But I have yet to see a rattlesnake. Hoping to. Look, I almost took a wrong turn. But okay. But from what I understand on these rattlesnakes, springtime they come out of hibernation and they're out hungry, looking for small rodents, lizards, stuff like that. They pretty much just want to be left alone. So I don't think you have to really worry. Just don't get too close. If you pay attention where you're going and don't try to pet them or nothing, they'll leave you alone. You should hear them coming if you get too close. But yeah, I have yet to see one, and probably a lot of people never do. But another thing, out in this kind of terrain, I'm hoping to see like a mule deer. They even have wild burros out here. But I have yet to see one. It starts getting light around 6 a.m. That might be the best time, or closer to evening. But currently I'm working nights, so it's hard to get out here at, say, 6 a.m. But another week or so I should be on days where I'll be able to get up here as the sun comes up. It's still climbing, a little over 2 miles in. You see the sand is a reddish color, which is what Red Rock is famous for. Very cool. And again, that's those La Madre Mountains, still to my left. Which, man, I sure love to break away and shoot up that way. But like I say, on days that I can get up way early, I can get out and do more. And then some of these, if I can't get back in time, spend the night out there. But moving on. Here's a cool looking part I gotta check out. Let's see what's over that. That White Rock Mountain down in the little valley of it. But, let's just stay on the trail. Okay, now what you got here is a fine example of a wash, but it comes from over there, crosses the trail, and heads down that way. And what these washes are, for those that don't know, are when it rains or snows up in the high elevations, and this is the path the water takes to get to a lower wash where they merge in and end up making it to Lake Mead. But all these washes are dry, but Vegas has not had rain in a long time, hence Lake Mead being so low. But I just thought I'd show you an example of a small wash. We're still making elevation gain too, by the way. White Rock Mountain. It's kind of a big mountain. We came way back over there. Let me see. Right where you see that white peak right there is where we came from. And we're still not halfway yet, but still going up. All right, see you in a little bit. Okay, we are at the highest point of the trail, and White Rock Mountain. That's still White Rock Mountain. That white little peak centered on the screen to the left is where we started. Now I don't know if you could see just to the right of that little white peak is you could see the trail, but that's quite a bit down there. And La Madre Mountain still turning around. Like I say, this is the east end of White Rock Mountain, and this low part I think is where we end up crossing to the other side. You know, that might, to me it looks a little higher, but let's go find out. We'll take a peek when we get there. All right. Okay, we're winding to the east side of the mountain. And it's pretty scenic, and I could see other parts of Red Rock Park. Those parts are probably more recognizable to to what you would think of Red Rock conservation area. But yeah, the east side of the mountain, we're just under halfway through. We're at 2.9 miles. And it looks like we're starting to head downhill, which is good. I like winding down with the downhill part. But the famous trail at Red Rock Canyon is that mountain right in front of me now, which is known as Turtle Head Peak. You get an excellent view from up there. You know what? Here's the thing. I think next week I'm gonna do that one. That's a strenuous high climbing thing, but that'd be a good one to do before summer. And the views from the top are priceless. But, I've been up there before a couple years back, and I think the peak of that mountain is like 6,300 feet. Like I say, with priceless views. That's not a loop trail, that's a up and back type thing. I think it's 4.7 to 5 miles round trip. But I just made up my mind right now. That's gonna be next week's hike. That's kind of a popular one here. That one's rather strenuous, but I kind of like that better. Well, actually my favorite is to get off the beaten path and like make my own trail. If it doesn't require bringing a machete, you know, like something like this, going up in there, winding around, get to the summit of that, you know. But sometimes you just need to take it easy and do these ones that Red Rock calls strenuous, which I really don't consider it that strenuous. You want strenuous, you got to go out there and work for it, you know. But you know, these are all good. But I do like the downhill part. Another thing too, when you hear these trails about miles and elevation gain, you can't just look at, say, 6 miles and think it's a straight 6 miles like on a road. You got to take that elevation gain into consideration, because 1,000 feet of elevation gain can make a couple miles feel like 5 miles. Like, look at last week. It took me 3.5 hours to go 3 miles, where you could probably walk around the block till you get 3 miles and probably take you an hour. But all right, enough of me, John. Just I'm gonna continue on. All right, see you in a bit. Well, we are officially at the halfway point. 3.2 miles, little under 2 hours. Not bad. Wind's not too bad yet. Or I spoke too soon. But you can see more of the park. I'm about to round this east side of the mountain. Turtlehead Peak, where we'll be next week. And let's keep going. Hopefully this wind dies down. It figures a gust comes right when I say the wind ain't too bad. Never fails. But downward stride. You still got to keep your eyes open and not slip on these rocks. But we'll be back. So still on the east side of the mountain. Haven't quite rounded it yet, but just wanted to show you this is a much larger wash down there, which that little one that I showed earlier in this video merges into, and they make their way down there. I noticed on the scenic loop driving in, there's a couple areas where they got drainage pipes under the ground, and there's a main wash. Then it keeps going down towards the valley, hits underground drains, and like I say, eventually makes it to Lake Mead. But this is, you can tell that good water flow through the years have been through here to cause this like erosion. And I'd have to come here after a rain, or you know, February something, when the snow up in the mountains starts melting, and see how this looks then. But just wanted to give you a glimpse of something like that. So still moving on. Rest of the park still ahead. Turtle Head. Alright, we'll be back. Holy cow pie, Batman. Look what I almost stepped in. Yeah, you want to look out where you're going. You don't want to step in that. All right, moving on. Well, about done wrapping the east side of this mountain. That's it. Slowly goes down, and right there is where we make our turn and continue along the south side. And another good view of the park. All that lowland down there. A month ago, I did a hike called the Grand Circle Loop, and it's mostly flat, but they call that one strenuous too, and primarily because of the distance. That there is a 12.5-mile loop that goes around the whole park. Starts at the visitor center, kind of follows that 13-mile loop scenic road that goes around the park, and you get a good view of all these different trailheads and all the mountains that kind of go around the perimeter of the park. That was a good one too, but that one killed me because I did not use sunscreen, and the sun was to my back for the first 6 miles, and the back of my legs were red as lobsters. But it made me learn to bring sunscreen. But yeah, we're almost done on this east side here. Oh, and hey, just to let you know, I had me some trail mix. However, just to let you know, I carry a little bottle of hand sanitizer with me, and wash my hands after almost stepping in that you know what. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, here we got a trail that darts off this white rock mountain loop, and of course the wind starts up as I start speaking. But I'm not going to take this trail. I'm going to just go up here and show you, see what it looks like at the top of these stairs. But we're going to be coming up to the trailhead for this one pretty soon. But that's the trailhead down there. We're going to pass by that. You got a chance to go to the bathroom there if you need to. But I think this one just goes like a mile or so out and then turns around and comes back. Nice flowers. But we're gonna continue on with this White Rock mountain loop. That was just another example of some trails share parts of other trails. I'm going to continue on our White Rock Loop Trail. Still haven't rounded the east edge. I guess this would be the southeast edge. And then once we hit that parking lot where that bathroom and trailhead is, we only got 2 miles to go from there. But actually for this trail, there's 2 different trailheads. The one where I started, or some people choose to park it at this parking lot and start there. But it's all the same thing. I don't know, I like parking it that other way. You can see it on the map. But I know it just when I get to this parking, I got 2 miles to go. But hopefully I beat the wind before it picks up too bad. Because I know later today they're talking 30, 40 mile an hour winds, gusts up to 50, dust storm. We don't want to be here in a dust storm. And there's that wash, that dry wash, heading down towards the road. Alright, see you in a few. Look, now this trail turns onto the wash. You're now on the wash. And turning off the wash. Alright, here's that parking lot where you can go to that Keystone Thrust, that little trail where I climbed them stairs. You see, that's 1.1 miles out and 1.1 miles back. And if you chose to park here and do White Rock Mountain Loop, you'd be starting there and going around that way, or this way for that matter. But you see where we are now, and that's where we gotta go. Oh, not too bad, providing the wind don't pick up. But view of the whole park from here. Down in that flat part is that Grand Circle Loop. There's the outhouse, which, man, with this breeze, I can smell it a quarter mile away. But they're just them outhouse type toilets. But if you're on trail and you gotta go, it's nice to know where these are. But if you can't wait, I bring my poop kit. What that consists of is a small shovel and a little bit of toilet paper and my hand sanitizer. But get off the trail a bit, kind of behind a bush where no one sees you. I mean, usually you don't really see people anyway, but you know, you got to get 100 feet off the trail. You just want to be away from the trail. But anyway, with that little trowel shovel, dig yourself a 8-inch deep little hole and do your business. Bury it back up. That's how it's done on the trail. Just thought I'd share that. But so far, haven't had to go on that route. But if I do, I got my trusty poop kit. All right, see you in a bit. Like I say, a couple miles left. And now we are on the south side of the mountain. So we're going all around this. Back around there. And just as I turn around the west side of the mountain, that's where I'm parked at. So we'll be back. So now that we're on this side of the mountain, it's altogether different. No more of them beaver tail cactuses. You got more of these different type. This park has a ton of these ones, as you've seen last video. But this kind here, I'm not sure what they call them. They remind me of monkey tails. But then again, I'm not sure if they call it, if them other ones are beaver tails. But I call these monkey tails. But a lot of these around here. But like I say, way different greenery and terrain on this side than that side. I think I like the hidden forest best though. But the views just don't quit. You know, like back over there's Icebox Canyon, which I was back there a couple weeks ago. Didn't know while I filmed, but as I'm starting to get more into this filming, I filmed that without a selfie stick, holding my phone vertical, and that just isn't the way to capture video. You got to have a selfie stick, some sort of gimbal, and film these in landscape mode. That's the best, that gives the best viewing experience. But yeah, one of these days we'll take this back and go in there. But all right, continuing on. Just thought I'd show you the different type cactus out here. All right, bye. Okay, still on the south side of the mountain, but just thought some nice looking part right here, going up through some rock. I got about a mile to go. Pretty nice. See, that's that. That's White Rock Mountain still, and we're kind of meandering through this, but very nice looking. Wanted to share it. Like I say, almost a mile to go, and the wind hasn't really picked up yet. I'll be back. All right, just as I'm about to ride to the west side of the mountain, the wind, of course, is picking up. We kind of went all along this mountain here, back to where the end of that white part is, right there. That's where that parking lot was. You go this way, you got Turtlehead Peak. Reddish rock is Calico Hills. Way back in the distance is Las Vegas. This whole middle area that's fairly flat, or looks flat, is the Grand Circle Loop that I did. We keep going this way. We got Icebox Canyon back in there. La Madre Mountain back the furthest mountain you see, and we're heading west. We're heading north on the west side of the mountain, heading back to the truck. But looks like I got done just in time before this wind really picks up. But it's frustrating when you try to talk and you have the wind blowing. I may have to invest in a decent microphone with some kind of wind blocker. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, as I'm on the west side of the mountain, half mile to go. I see the road, and the wind stopped for a second, but I know it's gonna kick right back up. So I'm kind of glad I got this done early. But just finishing this one off. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, with a half mile remaining, so I get back to the truck. I'm gonna take you to go see something else, because right by where I'm parked is another trail. There's a little half mile out and back that there's supposedly petroglyphs once I get to the end of it. For those of you that don't know what a petroglyph is, it's Indian writing in the stone, and we're gonna go check it out while we're out this way. All right, be back. All right, as I was saying, it's so windy, I gotta just have a select moments to film. But we're almost done here with this White Rock mountain loop. And while we're out here, as I was saying, we're gonna check out this Petroglyph Trail. Just figure I'd do that while I'm out here. A little shorty. But all right, I'm gonna turn the camera around because I'd like to show you what it looks like out here. All right, see you in a bit. So yeah, as I was saying, this is the west side of the mountain. We started right in that little V right there, and that's where my truck's at. And I think just across the way, somewhere in here, we're gonna end up finding them petroglyphs. Never seen them, so I've been curious to see what they look like. Hopefully it's worthwhile looking at. All right, see you in a few. Okay, as we approach the end, they got an area here with some safetied off so people don't disturb it. But they have these agave roasts, which I guess Indians back a long time ago would be a roasting pit. I'll show you what one is. Do you hear that wind? Like where that rock is blackened is from where they would have a roast, or in there. Then there's another thing. I'm going to try to zoom in. If you could see right in the middle of the screen, if you could see handprints, that's from old Indians as well. That's probably similar to a petroglyph, but I'm going to show you the sign that explains those handprints here in a minute. Just walk over here. And these rock impressions. The images were created by hunter-gatherer native people several thousands of years ago. But we're almost at the truck. Then let's go check out them petroglyphs. All right, back to the truck. But before we take off for the day, I know I'm right by this Petroglyph Trail. So we're just gonna go check it out. It's a real quick one. Hope it's worth it, but if not, no big deal. It's only 0.1 mile to get there. Okay, let's go see. Okay, here we are at Petroglyph Wall. Little signage about it, but I think I'm gonna go on the other side of this railing and show us so we all can see a better view. But let's go back this way. You know what? I'd probably be better off hopping the fence. Like right here. Ooh, shade. And oh wow, check out this. Very worthwhile stop to take a look at. Don't quite know what it all means, but let's see if there's more going down this way. Now that's got to be a more modern one, you know? A shame people do that. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Very good, yourself?
Not bad. How's climbing going?
Starting.
Oh, just starting? Okay, back again. Sorry about that. I just, this is the only place where petroglyphs are, but I was just talking to some rock climbers back there, trying to figure out how they get the rope all the way to the top. But what they do, they end up climbing, hooking off to an attach point, free climbing again to another attach point. Anyway, that's where I was just the past minute or two ago. But anyway, this is all the petroglyphs we see. And I think we're gonna turn around, head back to the truck, and call it a day. Hop over this fence again, and another 0.1 miles back. Ah, look, more beaver tail. All right, see you in a little bit. All right, leaving Petroglyph Wall trail, heading on back to the truck. The wind finally died down again, but I know they're talking like 2 o'clock. It's supposed to be picking up, and currently it's 10 to 1. But I made pretty good timing today. Probably just under 7 miles, and ready to head back and call it a day. Like I mentioned earlier, Next week we're gonna climb to the peak of Turtle Head Peak rather, and show you some stunning views from 6,300 feet up. Let's see. Look like another wash I'm in. But, see there in the back, and going towards lower elevations. But yeah, I hope you liked our journey today. It was fun. A little milder than last week. But next week will be a hard one. Be more climbing. I probably won't be able to take much traveling, moving videos, because there's a lot of parts there where you need to use both hands. But we'll make best of it, do what we can, and until then, happy Mother's Day to all the moms, and we'll see you next week. Bye.